G'day, welcome back to Dad vs Son. We're going on B-17 Flying Fortress Leader from DVG. We are playing effectively what is the second campaign, I suppose. The Air War begins August to December 42, and we are about to start week 4 of August. So far, we have destroyed 2 targets. We have destroyed 1 marshalling yard, which is one of our secondary missions, and we have destroyed 1 special weapons factory, which has been building prototype 262s, Messerschmitt 262s. We have amassed the total of 6 victory points. We finished last week with 7 SO points, so we have 22 now. We have 3 wings. We have the Memphis Belle and Grim Reaper as Bomber Wing 1, and they're going to sit out another week because the Belle still has 4 damage, and the Reaper has 2. Paradise Lost and Scarlet are the other 2 B-17s, which make up the second Bomber Wing. They have no damage at the moment. And we have Death Dealer and Little Abner, the B-24s, making up the 3rd Bomber Wing. We have the 4th Spitfire Fighter Group, who has just come back from being reconstituted after being bashed around a fair bit. And the 31st Fighter Group, Spitfires as well, flew the last mission and kept running into veteran Focke-Wulfs and couldn't even shoot back. The highest she could roll was a 9, and of course she needs a 10 to kill. So the Focke-Wulfs kept getting 3 free attacks effectively against her. So she has 12 damage, and she became shaken at 6 and totally broken at 9. So, yeah, she's out for quite a while. Right, we have this still going. So we still have 4 of these transportation targets, which is our secondary targets. But we've got 2 months to finish them, so I'm not too pushed at the moment. We have 3 aircraft factories. We haven't touched any of them at the moment. We have 3 airfields, 2 down here, and 1 up here, which we haven't touched at the moment either. And then we have the other 2 Messerschmitt 262 sites, which are a pain in the bottom because the only thing that can reach them are the B-24s. Now, if I can take out this one, then I can delay the research for the 262s by a month. So that means this will slide then from October to November. So that means I'll only have 262s then, potentially for 2 months rather than for 3. But that's a long way. I have no fighters that can go the whole way. And let me just have a quick look. Yeah, range 4 bombers max, need 14 hits. It's got 2 rolls for flak already. Yeah. Okay, so it's not all that easy. So what are we going to do? We have high intel on this airfield. We have medium intel on this aircraft factory, and we have high intel on this marshalling yard at the moment. So I'm going to send 1 recon to here to try and boost this factory up to a high intel. And this gives me a target in hex 11, and this one's also in hex 11, which is a bit of a problem because they're all in zone 1. This target is in hex 11 as well. So that's these 3 targets at the moment that I have intel on. So my other intel needs to come down into zone 2. or Zone 3. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can reach everything with my liberators. Okay? So, do I go after... Do I go all the way to Berlin? And try and take out one of these? Or do I come down to here? He's the easiest one to take out. And then I can still go 1, 2, 3, 4 and try and skirt everything. So that's what we'll do. So I'm going to try and recon this one in hex 18. Righto, so for the first roll is for this aircraft factory, and we get the +2 on it. So let's bring it back over. There you go. And we get a 7 + 2 is 9, so this goes up to high intel. We do not get the +2 for the other roll, so we need an 8+ for high intel, and we get a 9. It's a bit hard for you to see that, but there she is. Okay, so that's good. Very, very good. Enormously happy. Good. Righto. So, weather is going to now show us where we can and can't go. So again, white for home, black for zone 1. Okay, so we have partly cloudy in home, and we have partly cloudy in zone 1. White for 2, black for 3. Okay, so we have partly cloudy here again, and we have clear weather up there. Right. So, aircraft-wise, we only have one fighter group that can fly. Okay. I have a minimum of 2 B-17s that can fly. I could fly all 4. So why don't we... Okay. I am going to go after... Even if I take out an aircraft factory, that'll help to cut down a little bit there. The best aircraft factory to take out would have been one of the ones down here, but I wanted to get rid of the closer one first. So let's do that first. So we're going to take out this aircraft factory. So that's AC8. And I'm going to take, how many do I need? 11. 11 hits. I'm just going to suck it up, and I'm going to take all of the B-17s. So AC8, AC8, AC8. Right, now, what bombs am I going to give them? I know for a fact that I'm going to give at least 2 of them incendiaries, and they don't cost me anything. And the best ones for that at the moment would be anything other than the... Oh, no, even the Bell's okay at the moment. Let's give them to Reaper and Scarlet. So Reaper is our number 2 in the bomber stream, and Scarlet is our number 4 in the bomber stream. Okay. And then we are going to do what? So we have a +2 air to ground and a -2 flak at the moment, so that's always handy. Okay, I am going to use... How many points have I got? 22. Okay, I'm going to give each bomber a Mark 44. Now that's 3 weight points, and it's going to cost me... do I want to do that? Hang on a tick, wait one. No, I'm going to give the bombers Mark 43s. It costs, again, 2 weight points, 1 SO point each. So I'm going to give 2 of those to the aircraft that are carrying the incendiaries. So that's 4 SO points. And then I'm going to give 3 of those to the Bell and Paradise Lost, who are not carrying incendiaries. And that is 4, 8, 12 SO points total. So it's 4 to Bell and 4 SO to Paradise Lost, and 2 SOs to Grim Reaper and 2 to Scarlet, which is 12 out of the 22 so far. Now that's mission 1. Okay. Right, and then the B-24s are going to go after this marshalling yard here as the secondary target. Okay. And this is a dispersed target. So they're just going to carry 4 Mark 30s each, which cost me nothing. And they're going to have the 4th fighter group escort them. And he can escort them 1, 2, 3, and then back. So he can escort them as far as here, but then they have to make their own way back. Right, so target 1 is here in hex 11, and target 2... Oh, sorry. What am I doing? Is that what I want? No, wrong one, sorry. I was going in t'other one because it was easier to hit, points-wise. We're going to 18, yes. Hex 18, not hex 11 for the second. We're going there. Yeah, okay, I'm silly. Righto. We are bombed up. We're going here, then we're going there. So let's put those ones down. This is for the second mission. In fact, second mission, they've got to go down through there, don't they? Yep. Like that. So that's the second mission. Flying down through here because they've only got a 4. To go to here, they could go around. They're going to 18 or 20? They are going to 18. Jesus Christ, I'm going stupid. Here. There is no... Why is that there? That's... yeah, I'm going after a transportation, not the 262. Sorry, I'm just being a twit at the moment. Nothing else changes. It's still what we're going for. So that's good. Sorry about that. And escort returns. Right. Everything's done. We're ready for the first mission. And the first mission is, we have a +1 to the response. No, we have no +1 to the response because we're into partly cloudy here. So it's a -2, and we get a 3 minus 2 is 1. So we have a poor response in here. Okay. The event, weather updates. The weather in the target zone is worse than expected. Apply a -2 air to ground modifier. You poo heads. Okay. -2. Okay. So we'll blah, 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 blah. Yeah, stop being silly. Okay, so we come in. We do not have any fighter coverage. We are into here. Bang. So we have potentially the 1 interceptor, and it is no bandit. So then we have the flak, and the flak is 2 rolls per aircraft, and it's -2 for the high intel, and each of our planes has a durability of 1, so it's -3. Yep, that's it, -3. So the Bell first gets a 3 and a 1, so no hits. The Reaper gets a 6, which is 1 hit, so she goes up to 3 hits. Come on. Okay, so she now has 3 hits. Paradise Lost, -3 is a 4 and a zip, so nothing. And Scarlet is a 4 and a 1, so nothing there. Ripper. Okay. The Bell is bombing first, and the Bell has 3 Mark 43s. The Bell is at a +0 air to ground. She has +2 for the target, +2 for the intel, and -2 for the weather. So she is at +2, and she has 3 bombs at +2. Okay, so this gives us a 10, which is 2 hits, a 7, which is 2 hits. What did we say? +2, so nothing there. So we have 4 hits straight up. Right. Now, the Reaper has 2 bombs and an incendiary. So 2 white ones for bombs, black one for incendiary. And she is, again, +0. So she becomes +2, +4, -2. So she's +2 again for every roll. Okay, so +2 gives us a 5, which is a 7, is 2 hits. A 3, which becomes a 5, which is 1 hit. So we're up to 7 hits. And a 4 +2 is 6, which means the incendiary misses. Right. Next is Paradise Lost, who is again a +0 and is dropping 3 Mark 43s, and these are all at +2. So she gets a 10, an 8, and a 7, which are all 2 hits each, which is 13 hits now, and we only needed 11. So target is destroyed. Right. So homeward bound event. German radar system down, re-rolled Luftwaffe. We don't care about the Luftwaffe response because this bloke is not going to get us on the way back anyway. Right, so that goes back, that goes back. The aircraft factory has been destroyed. And there was a 2 supply. Yep. So that's gone. This one comes back. This stays here for the second mission. The bombs go away. It's a pain that we can't get the points back for ordnance we don't use, but yeah, again, trying to land a bomber that has taken damage with bombs still on board is not a really good thing to do. Righto, so we'll do the paperwork. So we had no kills, but the target was destroyed. So we had no fighter. We have 10 SOs left. We got 2 VPs, which takes us to 8. We have 12 SO points left for the second mission. And we are not spending any, and they're going after T-32. Okay, T-32, no SO points. And they're taking the 4th fighter group with them, I think. Yeah. We'll be going in high. Righto, so it's an aircraft factory gone. We've removed its supply marker. And we've removed this marker, so we need to put up a build marker, which is a bit of a pain because it means that it's going to happen pretty damn soon. And that aircraft factory is gone. Right, second one is ready to rock and roll. So we have the 44th and the 93rd, and the 93rd is the lead bomber group. I have she who must be obeyed looking at me, looking. Couple of days. Beautiful. Give me a tick. Righto, back again. So we're good to go for our second attack. I've just put this bomb down, the Mark 30s, because we're carrying 4 of them on each aircraft. Fighters, got to remember, turn around here. Okay, so we have partly cloudy, clear weather for zone 3, clear weather. So it is a +1 to the response. So this is only a -1. So 1 - 1 was still at poor, which is wonderful because that means hopefully we're not going to get hit. Righto. Tailwind. Oh, increase the range of fighter groups by 2. So the fighter can go the whole way, there and back. And guess what? We're not going to get hit by fighters. No interceptors. So we go here, nobody can get us. 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 And I'm not bitching. No, I'm not. Okay, so Death Dealer. Flak-wise has nothing, so it's just simply 2 rolls for them at -2 due to the intel. So that's a 1 and a 2, so there are no hits. But Little Abner has the flak defense of -1, so -3 for these, which becomes a 7, which is 1 hit. Okay. Then they get to burn. Okay, so they're dropping 4 Mark 30s each. Righto, so Death Dealer is a -1 air to ground, +1 air to ground for the weather is 0. They are +2 air to ground for the intel, +2 air to ground for the target, and +2 air to ground for the bombs. So they're +6. +6, which gives us a 10 and a 10. That's 4 hits. And an 8 is 5 hits. And a 7, which is nothing. So 2, 4, 5 hits out of the 11 we need. Right, and then we have little Abner, who is bombing at +0. So she gets +2, +4, +5, +6, +7. Okay, so we have 2 hits, 4 hits, 6 hits, 8 hits, and 8 hits +5 is 13 for the 11 we needed. So, woohoo! Target is destroyed. So we took out the marshalling yard here. Get rid of that. Get rid of the high intel. Just pull the target card down, and we do our let's go home. Tactics, remove any remaining tactics counters from all groups. Okay, fair enough. But it's not going to matter because we're simply going to go here, 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 and that's it. Righto. Something is not right. There we go. Righto. So we get rid of the response, get rid of the target, get rid of the navigation markers. We can get rid of this weather marker, and we can do the paperwork. Okay, so we had no kills, but we destroyed the target. And we had no kills. So we did not use any SO points. We did not gain any SO points. We started and finished with 12. So that'll give us 27 for next week, for next month. And we get 4 VP, which gives us 12 VP total at the end of the first month, which is not real flash. Okay. But at least that's another target out of the way, and that's now 7 of the 8 transportation VPs we needed to complete our secondary mission. Right, so the Memphis Belle can upgrade, be promoted. Grim Reaper can be promoted and will have 1 XP left. Paradise Lost can be promoted and will have no XP left. Scarlet can be promoted and will have 1 XP left. Death Dealer needs 1 more. Little Abner can be promoted and will have 1 XP left. And 4th fighter group can be promoted and will have no XP left. Oops. Helps if you rub out the right bits and not the wrong bits. Okay, Anderson. Okay. Righto. So let's come over here first. Let's get this bit done. So the Belle goes from average 4, which is actually average 2, and now goes to skilled 7, which is skilled 5. Okay. So she's now 0.7, so she's a +3 air to air now. because I think she was a +2 before. Formation 6+ has now become Formation 5+. So it's just her air-to-air score that has improved and her formation. Right. So skill 5. The Reaper goes from green to average. So green 5 to average 6. Her OK status stays the same, but her air to ground improves by 1 and her formation improves by 1. So average 6 for the Reaper. Paradise Lost was a recruit 5 and is now going to green, and she's now green 6 with air to air 3+ and air to ground 1+. So she's got a +1 on both of her stats, and her formation roll has improved as well. So pretty damn fine. Okay, so she's now green 6. And Wilson, Scarlet, goes from average to skilled, so average 5. And she's got a +1 on the transportation targets, which we haven't been using her on at the moment. So she goes up to skilled 6. Okay, so she's now air-to-air 5+ with a 5+ formation. So her air-to-air now is a 7+. She's the air-to-air killing machine. And we need to start using her on the transportation targets if we want to do that. Right, so that's done. And then we have Little Abner. He's going from green 3 to average 4, and her air-to-air goes up, and her air-to-ground goes up, and her formation comes down, and she's picked up Naval Port air-to-ground +1. So if we end up with those, good stuff. So we are now average 4 for her. Him, I suppose, Little Abner. And lucky last is this one, who goes from green 5 with a +2 to, green 5 to an average 5, and nothing changes whatsoever on this one. Okay, that's just the way this one goes. So average 5. Right, so next things that we have to do is, let me get it right. Okay, secondary missions. We haven't completed that. We've still got another month to go, so I'm not worried about that. German defence, Warfront adjustment. Righto, so let's have a look at our Warfronts. So we roll for the Med Theatre, and we need a 9+ to improve it, and we do not. And we roll for the USSR, and we need a 9+, and we do not. So what we have is the Med Theatre on 1 for Luftwaffe and the USSR on 2. So we come over here, and we have the Med Theatre only worth 1, the Russian Theatre worth 2, so that's 3 and 4, and then the Western Theatre here goes from there. Right, the next thing we do is we grab our new fighter squadrons to go out. So we have 3, 6, 8 of the buggers, and that's why I tried to take out at least one of the factories. 3, there's 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And I just remembered the other thing we haven't been doing is moving the bandits counter when we've shot anybody down. And we've shot down 1, 2, 3 bandits. So this should be up here. because once we get up to there, we can get rid of another squadron. Okay, so there's our squadrons. So the first thing we have to do is we have to roll to see where they're going. So we roll the 1 die. There is no change to this. So here we go. It's going to be hard for you to see no matter what I do. So yeah, can I bring this down? Make it a bit easier. Little bit. So a 2. So the first one is going to the med. And a 2, the second one is going to the med. And a 2, the third one is going to the med. A 9, so we'll be going up here. A 1, that's going to the reserves, Luftwaffe Reserve. A 6, it's going to the Western Front. To the Western Front. And to the Western Front. Okay, so that was 4 of them that we got rid of, which is pretty bloody wonderful. Okay. So 3 of them. Go 1, 2, 3 there. Which all help with moving this next time. Okie doke. Let's see where these 4 end up. And we have number 10. Number 13. That's getting awfully thick. Number 14. I'm trying to cut us off up here. And the last one is number 5 down here. Okay. So we have to have aircraft squadrons in this area. So the closest ones are this one and this one. This has more, so it loses 1 to there. Now we have this one and this one, which can lose 1 into here. So we roll a die, and we'll say 1 to 5, 6 to 10. It's a 9, so this one comes over to here. Like that. Which makes sense. Okay, so what do we have now? The next thing we have to do is build. So we go back to week 1 now, but we're going up to September. We have to build an aircraft factory. So we're getting a new aircraft factory, and it is number 12 in Hex 9. Wow. So we have 3 of them all in Hex 9. Wow. And it's a 2 as well. Okay. We need to get into there. We need to get into there, that's for sure. Okay, so we've done new Luftwaffe squadrons. Technology doesn't matter. So, German commander replacement. So he is replaced on a 7+, and it's only a 6. So Commander Brandl will hang around. There's no group reassignments or anything. That's it. Okay. So that's the end of August 1942. We'll go on to September next time. So just having a final check here. I've got 3 airfields, 2 in 7, 1 in 11, who has high intel. I have 3 aircraft factories, all in here, and they're all low intel. I have 2 special weapons factories, one in 18 and one in 20 for Messerschmitt 262s, and I need to take out the one in 20 to delay their building. And then I have 3 transportation targets left, 2 in Hex 16 and 1 in 11. So I need to destroy that, and that will complete my secondary mission. And the other 2 I don't care about, unless I want to go and get them effectively. So if I kill off these 2 here, one of them will give me 5 SO points if I've as a bonus, and 1 extra victory point if I get an overkill. And the other one will give me a +1 die roll modifier to the Russians. The trouble is that the first 2 times that the Russians move forward, it actually weakens them. So we'll see what happens. So that's it. We have destroyed a whole 3 targets with 2, 5, 9. No! What happened to the other one? Oh, there it is. Yeah, 12. Thank you very much. I will start the next week with 27 SO points. So hopefully we can start getting some better targets and taking them out. With 3 wings, we should be able to take out, hopefully, 2 targets each week. Take care. Catch you later. Bye for now.